Tonight, Arizona is reviewing its lethal injection procedure after the execution yesterday of a man convicted of 2 murders. It should have taken 10 minutes, but it dragged on for an hour and 57 minutes. It is the 3rd time in the United States over the last 6 months that a combination of drugs has failed to bring a swift and sure death. Tracy's looking into this.
The flow of the lethal drug combination into Joseph Rudolph Wood began at 1:52 p.m. 10 minutes later, witnesses say the 55-year-old began gasping and his jaw dropped. Michael Kiefer of the Arizona Republic newspaper was a witness.
Many of us described it as sort of looking like a fish out of water. Mouth opening suddenly, you could see it, his chest rising, his stomach contracting, and it just went on and on.
Kiefer says Wood gasped 600 times. An hour into the execution, his lawyers filed an emergency appeal to stop it. He has been gasping for more than an hour, they wrote. He is still alive. Wood was finally pronounced dead at 3:49. Prison officials say he was always sedated and never in pain.
Everybody's more worried about, did he suffer? Who really suffered was my dad and my sister when they were killed.
Jeannie Brown's father and sister were shot by Wood in 1989. Richard Brown says he watched his sister-in-law die.
You know, this man, conducted a horrifying murder. And you guys are going, oh, let's worry about the drug and how he affected. Well, why didn't we give him a bullet? Why didn't we give him some Drano?
Arizona used a new mix of 2 drugs that had been used in an execution just once before, in Ohio, where Dennis McGuire gasped for nearly 30 minutes before he died. The drug pentobarbital had been used for years in lethal injections, but the supply was cut after death penalty opponents convinced the European manufacturer to stop selling it to U.S. prisons. Dale Bache is Joseph Wood's attorney.
I saw a man struggling to breathe for an hour and 40 minutes. This is experimenting on human beings.
Here at the Arizona State Capitol, Arizona Governor Jan Brewer is calling for a full review of the state's execution process. Scott, there are currently 120 inmates on Arizona's death row, but no executions are scheduled.